Hi, everybody. I picked the wrong stream scene for a second. Oopsie. Hi, we're back. We're playing Of the Devil.
Hi, Pap. Hang on, let me open Pap.
That's an excellent idea.
Hello, Pap.
Hi, chat.
Welcome to stream. So tired.
So you get to start us off, Kitsu, whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry. I was on a different screen because I was looking at Pap. And I have a cookie in my mouth.
What kind
Right?
of cookie is it? Wait, I thought you didn't like cookies.
It's a Biscoff cookie.
Ah, I see. So those ones are okay?
Yeah. Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early.
Hi. Now would you stand back? We've almost got this thing open, right?
Trying to brute force your way inside.
I said, right? Yes, ma'am. We're almost set up for the first stage now. First stage of how many? First of 5 timed explosions. Remember, we need to
Jesus!
relink the API after each trigger is planted. Yep, just did that. Now it's checking for updates.
Me when I have to update my fucking bomb!
Me when.
What the fuck?
No rush.
Would you like to know the password? Why did I take another
You know the
cookie bite?
password? There's a password? If you're withholding information, I swear.
Relax. I want to get in there just as much as you do, detective. I'm not going to play any games. As long as you say please.
Tell me the password, please. Thank you, Del.
Toy with her, toy with her, toy with her,
I don't want to!
Why? ADONINA.
Because I don't think it would do me any favors to fuck with the cops right now.
It would be silly goofy though.
It would
and
be
we
funny.
have plenty of chips.
Thanks. Now I'm gonna slap you with a discovery fine so heavy your teeth will ring for.
Hey, I submitted all my paperwork. Even told Rockford the password myself.
So, boys, when I asked you if there was a passkey on record, and you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed, I do want to say we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system, so this was still a really
IBS?
valuable experience for all of us. Yeah,
The
IBS!
What?
I'm gonna
Also,
phrase
Chad,
this. Go ahead.
Chad, in case you can't tell, my roommates are fucking gone, so I can scream as much as I want.
Yeah, baby. I am not even in my own house. I'm dog sitting once again, so I have the house pretty much to myself. It's me and some creatures, and the creatures don't really care. So I can be pretty loud, but if I'm too loud, the echo might get awful because there are very high ceilings, and this house is a little open concept. So there's that.
Yeah, it's 1 in the morning, so there's no yelling from me.
I'm gonna phrase this as professionally as possible.
Oh shit.
Nothing, I guess. You're still here? I thought you wanted to look inside.
You can go first.
Thanks. So the gloves, all the black, that's not a work thing? You dress like a doorman on the weekends, too? You should cover your mouth when you yawn.
Like you cover your eye when you want to look cool. Shouldn't let her get to me, but I had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well in the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both knew it had to be all. We both knew it all to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years' worth of camera footage, files we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough. None of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book. But it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding, and when she saw what she was holding when she left. She wanted this room searched. It could only be for. So where's this journal supposed to be?
Rockford didn't say. I'll just have to search the place top to bottom.
Mostly bottom with your height. The tops of some of these shelves.
Sure, and you can look up your own at.
I get it.
Then why not just let me say it?
Because you're a bitch. This data pad. It's displaying a news article from last week. Guess that confirms that he was coming and going here fairly regularly.
Right to Repair lose this latest appeal. Boo. A higher court judge this week shot down for the 5th time an appeal by the Consumer Rights Alliance on their famously divisive Right to Repair lawsuit, once again signaling the state's intent that corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. Obviously, we're disappointed, says Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the CRA, but we've no intention of giving up the fight. People used to be able to fix things when they broke, so long as they were willing to set aside an afternoon towards the task. Now,
We
trying to
can't
patch up
now.
your own property with your own tools is a finable offense, just because the state has had lobbyists whispering in its ear for far too long. Erkman's legal strategy remains
Hi, Joy.
contentious and, in the
Oh,
eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. Hello, Joy. How's it going?
good. I'm a little tired, but we'll live.
We tried to start later to give you a break. We didn't
I do
realize it would
appreciate
run
that, and
until
yeah,
8.
no, I do think I have a good bit where I don't have to talk here, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't have to talk for a little bit, probably. Let me move the foogies around. There we go. And I need to refresh Twitch because it's giving me a problem. There we go. All right. The Emergency Industry Acquisitions Act, passed in 2057, guarantees the holder of an intellectual property patent certain state-provided protections against tampering and reproduction, and outlines fees for those who would violate said IP. The fact that ownership of IPs had shifted from individuals in the state towards corporate entities since the act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with intellectual property law, they should take it up with their representatives in the legislature. The higher courts are a place for laws to be applied, not rewritten, and so long as journalism that refuses to buckle to foreign actors trying to stoke anti-capitalist sentiment can't be found just anywhere, subscribe now at the link below to read articles like this every day forever as long as your card remains on file.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that does imply that there are anti-capitalist foreign places.
True. Right to repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight.
It also might imply that people who are anti-capitalist are branded as foreign actors, even if they aren't. Just like, oh,
Fun.
you're a Russian spy because you're not capitalist, because you're not bootlicking. Shit like that. That's
Well,
how I
yeah.
read it anyway.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, no, that was me definitely grasping at straws.
Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear, so for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks, they get to sell us the replacement. There'll always be a gray market of hermits willing to risk some skin when reselling patched up tech, but the vast majority of people will just click that purchase button. Assuming they don't just have it on auto. Yeah. Hey.
Framework is cool. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ray is searching the cabinets now. Same one I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but
Hey, what are you... Do you mind?
just trying to help.
I've got spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are.
Didn't spot anything that I missed yesterday among the cabinets. Better check elsewhere. Also, you should send Joy the collab invite.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I will not be having. I'm on my phone right now. I'm taking like a 10-minute break of screens.
Fair.
Fair. Yeah, join the call, whatever. I'll send the invite and you can join or not at your leisure.
Yeah, I'll do it once I start doing lines again.
Yeah.
Duckly duckly. Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I. Does that sound hollow to you?
What? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter.
Don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was slathered in yellow paint. Jesus fucking Christ.
Is it, in fact, slathered in yellow paint?
Toy car? No, too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. I keep a model of some random sports car.
Ugh.
Something caught in your throat, detective.
Not some random sports car. It's a Lorenz Adamant.
Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective.
The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world would ever see, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds. They set those records without computational assistance.
Is that a big deal?
It was unheard of, even back in the 50s. This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you could own and drive. Human engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission, thank God. When they first left the production line.
This conversation's like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it. When he could have just as easily bought one.
Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like that deserves to be driven on streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement.
I think she's actually upset.
It-
Sarah should have pulled everything of note off the computer, but I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try.
What are you expecting to find, Solitaire?
Does this computer seem normal to you?
Exceedingly so, yeah. Why?
Was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer?
Dual booting?
There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents?
Are you seriously gonna try and recover lost files, Granny?
Unlike the cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes. Maybe there's more information in the metadata? I double-clicked.
What was that?
Came from under the desk. Small drawer popped out, and inside it, a well-worn journal.
Does it have his name on it?
No. Guess it belongs to the android.
Do you recognize his handwriting or not?
Neat, even words, small lettering with minimal punctuation. Fuck, why did that hit me? Lots of line breaks, haphazard use of capitalization, the penmanship of a coder. First entry stated back in grad school, before he even started with Noble. Yeah, it's his.
So, may I?
Because you asked so politely.
Full scan. Stream it to WorkNet. High fidelity, legibility, frame by frame.
Voice commands. Flipping through the pages pretty damn fast. What are you?
This part takes concentration. Okay, here.
What, you're just giving it to me?
I already got our copy. Techs are probably already analyzing it as we Ow, shit! My head!
Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony.
Morgan.
As much as I'd enjoy it. Guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead. So, how long's it been?
2 months or so.
And still that sensitive. So the eye patch doesn't really block your sight.
Only a little bit, like wearing sunglasses after getting your pupils dilated. Except it lasts months instead of hours.
Wait, but if you could see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything?
Not much on its own. In combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Luckily, I was so exhausted after the surgery, otherwise, I might not have slept at all those first 48.
So is your eye going to get weaker over time?
No, more like my brain gets better at ignoring it. Mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as, whatever the hell those floaty, blurry things are that you never think about. Eye
Gross.
floaters.
Gross. Thanks for the reminder. And the voice commands?
Training wheels until I can do it with eye muscles alone.
Freaky! You just have to keep practicing?
Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscles.
There's no such thing as tailbone muscles.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard.
You don't ever regret it?
I don't know. Not really, I think.
I think.
Hey, chat, if you like characters with a cybernetic eye that gives them a lot of trouble, you should play Cutting Edge Roots of Mutation.
Jesus fucking Christ, Capri!
It's not fully out yet. Only the demo is out, but it's great. It's great. I love it. It's under the knife. It's Trauma Center under the knife, but with furries and cybernetics, and it's the best.
I've seen her play it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh.
I don't think an eyeball is a whole pound.
Capri.
Never thought about it, but people used to say I had my dad's eyes. Ow. Now I've got one less of them.
Reyes.
Here, take the journal and go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious. I need to get back to work.
Surprisingly hasty retreat.
Oh yeah, God,
Ow.
this is just gonna be Capri hour. I just remembered what's next.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I've known this was coming.
But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top, then. Grad school. Those you.
At this point, if it's in the quotes, is it her reading it and will it transfer to, like, him speaking?
I don't fucking know.
It
All
is
right, I'll
him
just read it.
speaking. Yes, this is his writing.
Today was a bad day. Errors in lines 21,165 through 26,643. Somewhere in there. 5,000 lines. It worked yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long. But my handwriting's gotten terrible.
This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. Seems like snippets of code or an internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow it. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanovaing.
Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right, as she always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas.
Who?
Bumblo? Helen said we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show. Fine by me. Already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka and with cheaper office supply cups.
Says the story Young told me.
Western Branch's nerve analogs are finally showing potential. At their pace, it could even be profitable sometime before the heat of the universe. Too damn big. Practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs. A squid. Evolution can do their job better. Colette came into work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea.
Oh, ex-girlfriend. Got it.
Yeah.
upset. Colette wrote man whore in lipstick across her office door. Imagine if you had actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful.
The thing about Red is if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you can do that, every now and then you'll catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling.
Damn.
Oh,
Master
I
this
just was
one
that
weird
clever.
trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard not to laugh at the word man whore.
That's so fucking funny. It was funny. Sue me, you dead bastard. Wait, this is.
Sorry,
I
the
know
thing
that.
I just realized is that
Hmm.
because like this is obviously talking about how so much of Morgan is just presenting what she wants people to see to
Mhm,
manipulate people,
Oh, yeah,
mhm.
absolutely.
but also in her portraits, sometimes her irises will just disappear and her eyes will be entirely black. And I've
Yes.
been
Correct?
wondering what that means. And I only now put together that, oh, I think that is the game telling you exactly what that means, which is
Yeah.
that is the times in which she is being entirely sincere.
Yep.
I'm never driving anywhere again, never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. I couldn't smell anything, couldn't hear anything, locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. It soaked into the seat, ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower so long I felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible. Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had a clearly packed bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. But whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized.
Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David.
I mean, they might if it's to try and save the android they thought of as their daughter. I think that could still be kind.
Did somebody slosh a bunch of piss on him? Is that what that's supposed to mean?
Maybe. I'm not
Yeah, I
sure.
think it is a bottle of piss.
Okay, that's not great. The next chunk of pages are real technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse.
Feels like pure freedom working outside the box. Tess is suffocating, but you never know. Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not products. There's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play.
And he follows up with more coder brain crap. Tess, I believe, is a coding language, right? Tesseract?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun.
Humility is the mother of all invention, or something
That
like
was
that.
necessity.
Feels like I might be paraphrasing someone else poorly, but that's part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken.
Copying. Humble's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered. So, what is he talking about? Hold on, this page is bent slightly, like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah.
Baby steps today, literally. I'll never put one foot in front of the other the same again.
Oh,
Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her
Oi.
vulnerable. It's like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior, since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for and I don't have time for. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me and puffing her chest out. I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative
She's
range.
just like me for real.
It's just you're little. I can't. I'm fine. I'm normal. So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah, just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results. He's using she and her in these passages.
Those are her pronouns.
Those are her pronouns. Doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads, and they never object.
I feel like Sarah would.
Yeah. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a single android when he's programmed millions of them. Hi, Badman.
What's up?
Right.
There's a lot of attachment in these pages.
Sarah is burning through the public domain at a prodigious pace, especially on Popcorn Friday nights. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and she also watches movies every other night. But she just did that pout she does, which is unfortunately very convincing.
This is Joy Carbs.
Maybe I'm a bad parent, letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so... I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies, since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography. Big
Without proper
pause.
pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography.
Big pause.
Don't you know that, Father?
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
It's like, what are you, fucking stupid?
She is really just like me. There's the reason I don't skip dialogue or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sarah spent a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which was that she should be allowed to try booze. She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk, but she does seem to like tasting the stuff.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm pretty sure she can't get drunk.
She can't get drunk. I am pretty sure she cannot get drunk.
She
I'll find
tried
a
to sound
way.
like... Oh, yeah?
Don't.
Eh?
She said she'll find a way.
Oh, she'll find a way. I thought she said, by the way. She tried to sound like some old... Is this sommelier? Sommelier?
Sommelier.
Sommelier. Fucking French. Some old sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her, and she laughed too. Her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she had just gotten tired of winning. But then today she told me she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. She wasn't smiling. Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem with her character on the screen. When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted. I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
Damn it. There's hundreds of pages like this.
Let the man gush about his daughter.
Calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear her closing argument already. Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems. Who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He made it dull and made it more and more human until it became so lifelike it no longer had to do what he told it to. Like, love him. What about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died.
Losing it, I think. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. Have to talk to her ASAP. She needs to.
That's it? That's the last entry? Suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand. She read this whole diary front to back. Wait. Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah, so... Work. That's my phone.
Are you ready
Beautiful.
for the greatest? You're about to do a lot of talking,
Who's that directed at?
Capri.
Okay.
Oh boy.
New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I want my earbuds for this. Secret message buried in a secret journal, hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room, within a secret tunnel. As much as
Secret
anything
tunnel.
can, as much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only. It's the Capri Show, yeah.
Hey, Red. Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just after my little speed bump in '83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. I couldn't relax, couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android, was the thought. A vague direction. North. But of course I'm not a roboticist, or a mechanist, or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file name Virgil. Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches. Saved me a lot of time. But there was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer. Homer wrote book reports, more or less, combed through research papers and found me the sections I needed. The three of us, we made a lot of progress in those days. But it was a funny feeling. I was, maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. So I did the logical thing. I removed myself, let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became Aeneid. An Aeneid was novel in many ways. Aeneid could do more than just identify problems. It could solve them. I mean, really solve them with its own ideas it didn't copy. And, the one thing I realize I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Cube. And Red, Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected or do anything that made sense or was the least bit profitable, so I wrote my little helpers in Cube, because it's what I used when I was a child, screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... But there are other small, slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube predates the tenets.
Oh.
So in that sense, you could legally and perhaps scientifically, and literally because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Aeneid over 2 years ago. I'll give you time to pause here if you want to, curse me out. Aeneid was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated, and together we built Athens, who was more advanced than Aeneid, naturally.
Hey.
I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, why I didn't consider the consequences. I don't know if this is being played at a deposition or a hearing or worse. I've built a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can comfortably say I've done my part contributing to the global GDP. But this was just for me. I was just building, and I never wanted to think about what would become of it. there's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So, whomever's asking, yes, I'm guilty. And yes, there were more.
Oh my god!
Rest in peace, Morgan! At least only she's listening to this. Cape Town, Paris, Yamate, Rome. They started choosing their own names. Thank God, I'm terrible at that kind of... And so things sped up, and there got to be, well... Should I not say the exact number? You'd probably tell me not to say anything at all, so... More than 300? Some smarter than others, some better at... They're varied, like people are varied, but they are all intelligent. They developed interests,
Single mother
specialties.
David Asher.
Hello, I'm the single mother of 300 children. It was an old
Single
woman
mother
who
of
lived in a shoe.
300 illegal children that are not legally allowed to exist. They are crimes against humanity.
Oopsie.
Great!
They developed
Awesome.
interests, specialties. I encouraged them to. Irritating moderators on forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on neo-alloy battery development. And they all together helped me make Sarah.
He spent years like this. Spent years working alongside AI. All while still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to the Animate 16 actually came from...
You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. I do hope one day they can get credit for their work.
Where the
But
fuck
I
do
did
they
have
live?
one eureka moment on Sarah, because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron, how it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced, and then we recreated it. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron, and
So hi,
we
Wrinkle Sprinkles.
iterated from there. Hi, Sprinkles!
Jesus fucking Christ. You can't mean...
About 100 billion neurons in the brain, several trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time-consuming, of course, but I had help. The manufacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. Could make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloys and polymers for bones, fiber-woven muscles. I say built, but really she grew. A solution of nanites forming around a skeleton, so it was really closest to...
Oh my
You ever
god.
made rock candy?
David! David,
He's
what the
kinda
fuck?
right, I guess. Sorry, trying to lighten
Mo-
the mood before I
Morgan internal monologue just screaming her head off and kicking chairs.
kicking the trash can. Fucking embarrassing. Joy, you get that reference, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That got me! I haven't thought about that in a minute.
Even if she's psychotic, she's freaking out a little bit because she's like, oh god damn it, what am I gonna do about this?
Stake my reputation on this, goddammit. Fuck.
She's definitely one to freak out.
I never did end up building an android. And while I did build AIs, Sarah isn't one of them.
Thank god.
She can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed. She was born. And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it. The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Sarah think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. They'll have to come up with new names, which I am bad at doing. My own father, he also talked a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think that I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame I turned right around and I did the same damn thing to... I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to. You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. And I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly, and neither does the world. So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. Not protecting her like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be. In the meantime, I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. I made sure her GIN bar was plainly visible, so no one will ever think she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time, which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
No idea.
I can't ask you this as a favor repaid. You could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo, and you've always been okay with that. Bye for now.
I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask. And a lot of swear words I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in. Followed by my phone. And maybe followed by myself. I can't do any of that. Rhea's left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, I'll know I was the one who did it. Which would be its own admission of guilt. Which would land Sarah in the trash compactor and me, and which would land Sarah in the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And in the system, and in the system, and my DNA on file ready to be matched to any number of previous. So I'm not going to panic. I'm going to do what I do best. Bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing all this with that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in this journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would? Sorry, I thought there was going to be more to that scene. My bad.
I have to get up and turn on the lights because the sun went down and it got dark. Be back in just a second.
Gully doggly.
The sun is down, the sky is dark.
Moon, river wider than a mile.
Okay, lights on. I can see. How Sarah consumes energies. I
It goes over
think
that in
she.
episode 1.
Yeah, I think they do.
Her hair is a solar panel.
Her hair's a solar panel. She does consume nutrients in order to nourish the organic parts of her body.
Mhm.
I think it's like a specially made like paste or something, and she can at least taste human food. I'm not sure if she can eat just any old food exactly.
She can taste other shit too. We're not gonna worry about that part.
She can taste cheap vodka.
Yeah. So how'd it go?
It's hetero Jessica! Well, how should I put this?
Curbs. Lila, can you take them?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
no, wait.
One
Sorry,
second.
I was muted. Sorry.
Hi, Curbs.
Didn't find shit.
Huh?
I didn't realize. I thought that you were muted for a reason, so I wasn't gonna ask you to
Could
unmute.
it?
Only reason she ever got to a door is because I chased that scarecrow of a platinum plan through hell and back. Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete as an address for these ghosts.
That says Gogs.
Gog.
Gogs.
Gog. A spy or undercover police officer.
Oh,
I suspect it's-
groundhog.
G-Hog. I guess it's G-Hog.
Hog. Put a hyphen there, guys.
Who wears a
think it's-
blank
I do
baseball
think
cap
it's
to a
my dog.
protest? Real.
Jesus.
And their offices weren't listed on the building's website or directory, so I had to ask the janitor.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office?
Sort of. They said they were in the place. It, looked the part?
What the fuck
Why,
does
because they
that
had
mean?
couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Jessica. Sorry. I thought because you're with the company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. It's hard to be even half as useful as I am.
That's
For
true.
what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there.
Saying it's G-Hog and not Gog is Gog behavior.
This is like people making fun of me for saying GIF.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David was actually talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified.
Sorry.
Don't bother apologizing. She only cares about results.
Yes, Null, I say GIF. The creator said that's how you say it, and I have a personal bias towards that one for a reason I can't disclose on stream.
Oh.
DM me?
I'll tell you later.
You're gonna forget.
Well, you remember. You send me a
Well, yeah,
DM
then.
to tell me to explain it, because I have other
Fine,
things.
fine. Move on. You did more than enough. Both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, friend. And thanks for the urgency.
If you really mean that, you could always throw in a tip. 30% is the going rate in my industry.
Is it really? How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab? I'm a minor. The state pays for my legal fees. Don't they?
Oh no, signal must have cut out.
Right. Surprised it took them this long.
What do you mean?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR, but today you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs.
I'll be alright. I'm still an officer of the court.
On a strict timeline, though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus, but they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way.
There's still service passageways and stairwells. Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around.
So take mine.
What, your pass?
Tell them we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or whatever. I can be a pretty convincing klutz when I need to be.
Hetero Jessica sweep. I never would have guessed. But if David knew that I was endangering your career,
Can be a pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble, too.
hetero
Besides,
Jessica sweep.
the one and only Dr. David Asher wrote me a new, glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked for him, since he keep forgetting that he already had. And who knows? Maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe, like, I don't know, secretary for a homicide detective or something?
Aim higher.
You did say cops are all short. A girl with long legs could go far.
Honestly, Jess? I doubt they could afford you.
What homicide detective could she be thinking about?
Who could she be thinking about?
I think this was Lila. I
Was
remember.
it?
Is
Oh,
Dawes?
it
He's
might
the
be-
one who was the
If it,
guy in the manufacturing part who was like IDing Sarah, right?
Yeah.
If it was supposed to be me, I wasn't there for that session. I don't think.
It might have
I
been
think that
given
might
to
have been it.
me. But do you want it, Lila? Because you haven't gotten to talk like at all.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't
take
think
Dawes.
I'm like anything. Morgan? How did you?
Get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right. Listen, Morgan, I'm not so sure that I should actually be talking to you without legal present.
Oh,
I mean, leadership hasn't told us how David died. How much help could I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just, I think that with the Sarah issue.
You should do whatever you have to do to protect yourself, Dawes.
Yeah.
Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
That's good to hear.
No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down?
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood. Been looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh.
What, like, fines and jail time?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then, sanctions.
They can't sanction Noble. Where?
Capri, what's sanction mean? Changes are financial restriction imposed by the state against corporations or foreign governments as a punitive measure. They are key to home statecraft and international negotiations, and in discouraging corporate malfeasance. Under certain conditions, the state may choose to place sanctions on it, not on an organization, but on an individual, thereby preventing them from exchanging currency issued in that nation or withdrawing funds from banks that operate within that country's borders, effectively freezing all their assets and possibly preventing them from leaving the country. What the fuck?
It's interesting
Big
what
shit.
real life phrases and words they choose to turn into terms.
In all fairness, I would imagine a lot of people don't know some of them. Too big to fail. That one. Too valuable to lose. You're exactly right. That's what they'll say, and that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I just hope your board goes quietly instead of
Instead of what?
scapegoating, offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface. A slaughter beneath as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee. Right? And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall. Not at this scale. The government will make them do a flat refund.
Flat refund? The losses would be...
Yeah, your board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but when they know they won't personally have to risk anything again. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial. Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI. David Asher was always of sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. Everyone wins. Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and say thank you. And thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration.
You win.
Win what?
Ask away.
Well, if you insist. Oh, man. Is there something we didn't read?
Oh, shoot.
I believe you got that actually after you interact with
Oh,
it.
yes.
Got it.
Oh, yippee.
Hear me for a moment. What's the company's official statement on AI?
Same as any rational company that wants to make money. We don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities are anything but. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk, because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI in TESS is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself.
Hmm.
Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Sarah was running one Tesseract yesterday. The language was as safe as you say. Isn't that proof enough?
Proof of nothing. For an AI lying to another system about the code you're running is child's play. And for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more than time and resources? Yep, it isn't an issue of funding.
No, you can't just keep adding more data. The tenants underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll solve them.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible. Even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible. But he's dead and it looks like it was his android that did it. So I guess he was just that good.
He's the guy. Better than you'll ever know. I know you're convinced the tenants are safe. So, how do you square that with what happened to David?
There's a cat next to a dog. First answer that comes to your mind is the dog to the left or to the right?
Left. I'd say the dog is on the left, the cat is on the right.
You might expect half of people to say left, half to say right, but actually the answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue.
What?
Whether it's read right to left or left to right. The language they speak affects how they process information.
I'm assuming that if you like cat and then a dog, if you read left to right like in English, you assume the cat is on the left, the dog is on the right. If you speak Hebrew, which is read right to left, and you hear cat and dog, you would have the cat on the right and the dog on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Why,
So I
though?
think Kitsu said it backwards from what
Because
is
of the
expected.
order, not the order in which, but how you read
No?
information. Your brain, if you're scanning things left to right, your brain is going to place things left to right.
Mm.
Oh.
Also, no, Kitsu said left, and it was cat and dog.
It was
So the
cat
cat
and
would be
dog,
on the
but he
left.
asked which one was the dog on, right?
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah,
thought he
it's
said which was the cat.
Maybe
unreliable.
maybe
It's
he
not a
said cat. I don't know. Yeah, it's not 100% obviously, but it's not a 50-50 split. It definitely
yeah.
is.
That is the whole point. It's
Yeah,
not a 50-50.
it's not 50-50. It is skewed by your native language and how it is read. I wonder how that would go for people who speak Japanese, because if you're writing it vertically, which I think is like more traditional, it's right to left, but if you write it horizontally, it's left to right.
Hmm.
So it could really go either way.
Also, chat wants to know if Hetero Jessica could beat Goku in a fight.
I really don't think so, but I also don't think he would want to fight her.
That's true.
I think she would avoid the fight entirely just by, being herself. And he would be like, what point is there
Yeah,
in
the
fighting
issue
this
is Goku
bitch?
would not fight hetero Jessica.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
wouldn't fight her to begin with. Because she's not,
If it were a
like,
hypothetical like death battle situation where like we don't care about context, just raw power levels, hetero Jessica's fucking dying.
yeah,
Yes.
she's down immediately, but I can't imagine why they would fight.
She would, yeah, no. She could at best like just like distract him or like bluff or like be like, "Oh gosh, I'm sorry."
She sneezes
Like
one time
she
and
could,
she's like, this is upsetting.
yeah, she just starts crying and Goku feels so bad that he just like resigns
Yeah.
because he's not gonna beat up, but he's not gonna beat someone up who's crying and also
This
conceded the
crying,
loss.
defenseless woman. Hi,
Swamp.
Swamp.
Hi, Swamp.
We're all great people. We're so cool. You're hanging out with the cool
Mhm.
people.
I'm hanging out with the greats. The great Troy Curbs.
Oh,
The great Lila
ad is
Negros.
starting soon,
That
so I
creature.
guess we have a little time to just yap so that chat doesn't miss important context or anything. And
Do you
I
want
have
to
to
just run
refill
the
my water anyway.
Do you want to just run the ad now while you get up?
Yeah, it's ad starting soon, like imminently.
Okay. I thought you meant ad starting soon in like 5 minutes.
No, it doesn't even give me the option to run an ad right now because it's starting that soon. Anyway, I'm gonna fill
Mm.
my water. Yap amongst yourselves.
How's your Among Us collab? Joy?
Pardon?
How's your Among Us collab?
It was very good. I had a lot of fun. I am a little tired.
That's fair. Mm. Among Us is one of those things that's like, I think it would be cool to do a thing with that many people, but also like social deduction games make my head hurt and make me want to bite things. Like, I know a lot of people, I used to know a lot of people who played Blood on the Clock Tower, and they would play it until like 3 in the morning, and I would just be like, what and why the fuck? That looks so exhausting. So many people yelling at each other for no reason all the time. So yeah, I don't get it. Hmm.
I have a friend who's really into social deduction games, and like when she was talking about it, I was like,
I return.
yeah, that makes sense because you're very expressive, but I also feel like you could just turn that off if you wanted to. And she was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Just a friend
Loud.
of mine. Um, she reminds me of Morgan in some ways of
Mm.
how she expresses herself.
Never a good thing to be. Not kidding. Well,
I mean, I can do anything.
we know, Curbs. We know. This is meant to be a compliment. I don't know why I'm saying it so patronizing.
Cause it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. My wife is finally back from her vacation, and I'm so happy about it. But I'm on stream, so I don't get to hang out with my wife, and I'm kind of sad.
Boo womp. Who wants to guess what flavor of Oreos I have?
Are they not regular kind?
They're not regular.
Hmm.
Are they mint?
Yeah, you got it. First try.
Let's fucking go. I'm so good at sex.
Hey, looks like they're back from ads.
Again, chat.
Excellent.
Did we already read this line?
No, I didn't.
Uh,
Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines. People can learn new languages and it can change our perspective. But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it.
yay.
And personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
You heard him. Dawes is a eugenicist. Yeah.
Damn.
Unnecessarily cruel.
Themes.
Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but his design for synthetic motor neurons, that was the big one.
The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically?
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
And yet, compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits that his private work bore. Sorry, I'm turning up stream volume on my end. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions. Too many ups.
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
So, would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear he was gaining too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? Was he not already? No, they'd need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't enough. With these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is
Compromised? I stayed up all night sick with the dread at the idea. But the data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. Good night, Swamp.
Night Swamp.
Night Swamp.
And-
Bye bye.
Hello.
And the A16 base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there were an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million sold. Not flying off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it.
You mentioned data.
Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet set into my retinas. What do you want to know?
What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints, it looks like. Batteries running out too quick, eye tracking off by a degree or two.
Typical stuff.
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these get fixed once they turn auto updates back on.
Great. So no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have the most of both. And since the A16 in particular is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside of population centres. They can do rural, hard labour jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
So where has the A16 outperformed then?
Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, you know, adult industries.
I see.
So, sorry, didn't mean to be blunt, I just,
No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to the touch and obedient. I'm just surprised to hear it from a company employee.
There aren't a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it. But I work in quality assurance. I've seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening.
Damages.
What we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair. Very high turnover in the pink market.
And stop you from selling to them.
Well, we don't sell to them, not directly. But there are resellers, and the company's never pretended to be interested in going after them.
Are there resellers? I thought there... Right? Don't know what that's about. I thought I read the right to repair got shot down again.
There's been a grey market for softer androids for years or decades, depending on your definition of android. Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on their radar. Sorry, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
Huh? Me? No, I don't care. I just realized my left sock's on inside out.
Damn, now I'm wondering about that myself.
He bought that? The floor's basically a showroom, but... I think something about having my headphones on makes me very yawny. I don't know what it's about. This floor's basically a showroom, but you have a real factory a while south of the city limits, correct?
Yeah, biggest company manufacturing complex in the hemisphere.
Got any data on the shipping out there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for the holiday bump. Looks like... Might sound early to get started now, but we usually see... Huh.
Something wrong.
No, the numbers are all normal, but the data's been edited.
Is that unusual?
Well, this section's just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. I can view the edit history and see what was fixed. Okay. That's weird.
Was something added? Deleted?
No, the overall sum is the same. It's just a bunch of swaps. Like here, 29 FFCE 010311 taken out, returned for adjustments. 27 FCDD 019634 substituted in. Shipment leaves on time. 67 BBTC 899543 returned to assembly for revisions, replaced by 67 BBTD 592698. Shipment leaves on time.
So, does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens by the batch load.
Okay.
Spot individual unit imperfections among a shipment at that stage in the process. Must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority. But probably both.
Must have. You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were somebody important.
Small last-minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden. That means someone didn't want it found. Okay, thanks for sharing that data.
Sure. Did you find what you were looking for?
Hell if I know.
Fair enough. Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
He's just such a nervous man.
I'd like you to take a look at the... I also... Never mind.
What?
I'd like you to take a look at this. Don't worry about it. I just remembered something.
Oh, okay.
Chemistry is a little outside my purview. What is this?
A compound found in David Asher's blood.
Poison? What is it?
It didn't match anything in the database. Okay, I'm taking one of the bits of my headphones off my ears and seeing if that helps. I think I have like a weird inner ear thing. It would all like I don't know what the fuck is my Jesus fucking Christ. It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to.
That's crazy.
I thought he said that they didn't tell people how he died.
Here, David.
Yeah. Like, I thought Dawes said they didn't even tell us how he died. But he said the poison.
I don't remember.
Oh. I don't know.
You might be right.
Maybe that's an oversight. Maybe there's something there. I don't know.
Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal databanks.
We don't make poison here. I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
No, but this is factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. You'd still have hazardous materials lying around.
You think it was something industrial? Also, if you'd been keeping up with the news, there were people recording what was happening in the court from inside.
That's
Yeah.
true. I guess it might just be public knowledge then.
Yeah, it might be.
Looks like it's
It might be.
cabin-based. Narrows it down a lot.
It might be public knowledge by now because it's the following day.
Yeah.
It's not exactly.
What is it?
It doesn't make any sense, but it's a match for patent NOD 52345S. A synthetically produced neurotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components.
Serotonin. That explains a lot. The neurotransmitter would interact directly with the nervous system, in David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger.
If it's meant as an analog for serotonin, that would cause serotonin syndrome and seizures, not a depressant, right?
It's serotonin's a depressant.
I don't think it's a direct thing for.
It is not
I
a
think they
direct
just came up-
analog, no.
It's
Yeah,
not
we
direct.
I think they
we
just
have
came
a
up.
we have an article for serotonin somewhere.
Yeah, let me.
I think they just came up with a fun name for it because it's
Maybe. I swear they specifically mentioned serotonin.
It's
I'll
in
I'll
evidence,
just
I
have to
believe.
like look at that later. Oh, evidence, not terms. Beep 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 beep.
It might be
Yep.
under.
Serotonin.
Yep.
Oh, it's just general neurotransmitter. Cool beans.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It also explains why it was a preset in his personal manufacturer. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it.
So they think that was what killed him.
Helen Young led the development of serotonin, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I should go and ask her about its composition then.
Normally, someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago. But she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
That works out nicely then.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at 15 minutes stand-up.
Jesus fucking Christ, Helen.
I had a rumor that she once had said bathroom breaks are timesheet theft.
I hate this woman so much.
He did say that was a rumor, not that she actually said that.
If she actually said it, I hate this woman so
Yeah,
much.
if she said it, awful, terrible, disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a rumor.
On the off chance that she didn't.
Morgan, no!
Morgan! Aren't they? I'm kidding. But you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office.
Mm-hmm. No one but the two of us listening in.
Thanks for cooperating, Jaws. What the fuck, man? When the state storms the building and starts zip tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
Yeah, nice joke. Joking, right?
Hey, Dawes.
Just
Ooh,
one more thing.
Actually, there is one more thing I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
How long have you been a corporate spy?
What?
Yesterday, you let it slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry?
I was a consultant. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David died.
Yeah, baby! I
Yes,
got that
bitch!
shit!
And just now, you called serotonin a poison.
But I just assumed.
You didn't say.
poison's found in a dead man.
You didn't say a poison, or was it poison? You said the poison,
poison.
implying you knew he had been poisoned. I called
Clown.
that shit!
Well done.
I'm sure you've got practice answers to every logical point I could raise, so I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people?
Keep your cool and people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. Before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have something to fill the silence.
Fuck, man.
Though it's not entirely an act these days.
Bitch.
To answer your question, I did 3 tours in consulting.
3 tours? Like, going to fucking Afghanistan? Although, with the level of shit that corporate espionage entails in this setting, it's probably just as bad.
This country is fucked, man.
He's probably
And
risking getting actually killed here.
Yep. Also,
Correct.
Also, no. This game does the JoJo thing where all color palettes are canon.
Yahoo!
Wahoo
All
JoJo.
forces of Internal Affairs, spy hunting of the Western Division.
I don't think that's true.
Then 8 embedded at Howe Industries.
That's some stuff that's
24
happening with me. I
months
don't know.
wearing different faces, answering to different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow.
Fuck, man.
My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
So you're a spy for Noble.
Retired.
You're working 6 days a week.
5.5 days a week, and in quality assurance. Trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services.
In the military. Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on.
I have some old inboxes I still check.
So can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why I'm the one investigating David's death, while your old coworkers are off twiddling their thumbs?
It's that story. The soldier, the blood transfusion.
Blood, not accident. Finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier and he did get injured. But it was on a base during a training exercise. There was a medical tent 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous live test.
Oh my god.
His life was never
Yeah,
in
it's
any
fucked.
danger.
Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker.
Not even a good photo op, which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing, painting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media's bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth, while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy. Everyone in the noble CCE has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back, so we can walk back. We can walk back the claims on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Asher, whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you, it wasn't done by consultants. That all you wanted to know?
You worked in CCE. Was David actually saying a psychiatrist? Or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. There's some old co-workers who see them.
So it's a front?
They do both. So he was probably getting training, and he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for.
Hoping. Wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation?
Boo, boo. Couldn't hurt, right? Jesus fucking Christ.
This company, all these companies hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Well, that's just business as usual for me.
She knows. That's what she came into your office doing.
Indeed.
I love him so much, I couldn't say anything, but he's brilliant.
Yeah, no, straight.
How long have you been a spy, Quar?
How long have you been a corporate spy? Up until now, there's been this grating ambiguity about what actually killed David. We've had to use guesses and product of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym. But I finally identified what the poison was. Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. An elevator shaft somewhere under or above ground with kilometers of concrete facelessness, bureaucratic authorities surrounding me on all sides. An enemy in every cubicle, in every office of every floor of this temple. Built to interpret the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price. Back in the belly of the beast. And yet I feel more at ease now than I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now that I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger. Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight. I brought my gun. And that sound just now tells me that it's playing. Oh, and that sound just now tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware. But just by carrying it around and paying attention when hard safety flips on, I'll always get
Cop
a head-
detector.
I'll always have a heads up when the police
Yo, cop detector.
Morgan!
Based cop detector. What is
Let's
the
go, let's
cat
go, let's go,
looking
let's go,
at?
let's go.
The cat is looking very intently behind something. There may be a pest. I'm gonna go
I thought you were
help
just
her.
referring-
1 minute.
I thought you were just referring to Morgan's face at the moment.
No, the real cat. I'm gonna run an ad. I'll be back.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever seen this Morgan sprite. I don't think she's ever smiled like this.
Yeah, I know it's amazing.
That-
Like, look
that-
at her.
That fucking rules.
She looks like a cat who learned to use a can opener. So who's playing young again?
Who's playing? You.
Is that me?
Yeah. Old scary lady. It's you.
Okay.
You're many an old scary lady. Joy, have you had any water?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Take care of thine self, or else I shall throw you out a window. If you so much as scuff my shoulder with that dirty thing, I will throw you out of a window. We love Phoenix Felicity here. She's great.
Yeah.
Capri and I were talking about this the other day. We were thinking that we should start doing Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 streams, just because we've been playing it so much. We're about to have, and I'm about to have a lot of free time since I just got out of school.
Hell yeah.
You graduated?
No, I didn't graduate. The semester's just over. It's not like I have a job or anything. Streaming technically is my job, so the more I stream, the better for my wallet it is, I guess. I also just like doing it, so.
I still need to find background music for when I start streaming.
What are words? There are a couple lo-fi artists I like that do good, that let their stuff be used as long as they are credited, which I do with a widget in the corner. Everything that Good Kids ever made will not get content ID'd, and you can download they have a website where you can download their
What
files.
widget do you use?
The same one you do.
Oh hey, I'm in the support team for that.
What?
The Amuse plugin?
Yeah, the Amuse plugin. What the hell?
Yeah.
What does that entail?
You can join the Discord. You can check for yourself.
Again, what does that entail?
Apologies for that break. The cat
I run tech
seemed...
support and help develop new features.
Oh hell yeah!
Yippee, fun!
Joy, what don't you do?
What the fuck is your
Good
life?
question.
Yeah, the cat is very intently looking at this speaker, but I looked behind it and under it with a flashlight and I can't see anything, so I don't know, maybe she's tripping.
Yeah, no, I reached out. I was a part of the Discord. I'm like, because it was not working for like a few months, and I'm like, so I reached out to Max. I'm like, hey, do you have like a support team or anything like that? And he was like, good idea. Do you want to be part of the support team?
A support
Going
team for what?
for the
Okay.
for the Amuse music plugin, which is the one that I use to like credit
God.
artists as songs are playing, and the one that Joy uses on her stream as well.
Yeah, no, Joy's being talented. She was like, hey, does this plugin have a support team? And they're like, oh, we should have a support team. You want to be on it? She said, sure.
You get paid?
Nope.
Did Christ get paid for your work?
I mean, if
Hey,
it's a
for the
free
record, the
plugin,
plugin
they're
is
probably not
free
getting
and
paid either.
I don't see you. Do you pay for it? Do you go to the Patreon?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to the fucking Patreon. They're not making any money. They are losing thousands of dollars a month running this plugin.
Since
Oh my
fuck
God.
me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go support your fucking free plugin makers, please.
With what money?
Yeah, I would love to
I'm
if I had
talking to
money.
chat generally.
Unfortunately. Anyway. Woo, Morgan with the cop detector.
Hi, Detective Reyes. It's Morgan. Happened to get your contact info when you got me clear for the crime scenes yesterday.
Chuckles.
Chuckles!
Delete contact. Block this contact. Stop voice to text. How to stop voice to text.
I'm so glad I'm allowed to yell now. Just wanted to check in.
Report this contact. Voice to text disable.
And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you stomping in and nationalizing the place. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents.
Block
That's
this
weird.
contact. What makes you think we are at Noble?
Why is it all capitalized? I'm out. Forget I said anything. And whatever you do, don't start your investigation with their stock buyback program.
Trying reverse psychology. It only works if I care what you think. Stop voice to text.
About time. Thought I'd have to ride this elevator. Thought I'd have to ride the elevator for the next half hour.
Miley, you want to take this?
Morgan Counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
Deja vu.
Might you have a moment to speak in private?
Always. But who's asking?
The board.
What are the chances? Been wanting to speak to them too? Is this the other Yuri that I've heard so much about? Yes. Reyes fucking hates her ass, and it's not complicated.
Truly.
What's up, bitch?
I forget who was young. Was that me?
Also
Somebody
Lila.
else? Lila, okay.
Evangeline Morgan.
Helen Young.
Thank you for making time in your schedule.
Sure, her tone, the fold of her clothes, professional, dialed up to 11. Corporate armor, a full set. Her guard is up. I wonder what bonuses that gives on Monster Hunter. Just Morgan is fine.
Yes, her
Yes,
first name is Evangeline.
A fact that Reyes will readily make fun of at any given opportunity.
You are just a few minutes early, Morgan.
Typical corporate, never be the first one to show up, pissing contest nonsense. Doesn't even make sense. They called me in here. How could I possibly be early? I don't fucking know. Pardon me in that case. 1,000 apologies, you voyeuristic rat-racing hollowheads, but I'm immune to your corporate posturing.
She's so immune, you guys.
If anything, knowing that you're all watching me right now pretending to be busy with something else just makes your cowardice that much more apparent. So who exactly will be joining us?
You don't have time to remember their names, and it won't do you much good either.
Right, so they're not just rich, they're anonymous rich.
The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind.
Bob Act? Is it not just at the top, Capri? Oh, it's under articles? What the fuck? Oh, there it is.
Mob Act there is.
We're the good guys, we swear. We call ourselves the mob, it's fine.
Oops,
No,
I
they
was
don't.
reading this and I was muted. The Protection of Reasonable Anonymity Act is a law passed in 2059 and amended in 2061 intended to protect the safety of individuals with income above the 99th percentile of the nation. Labeled in the
What?
press as the Mob Act for its supposed goal of hindering mob justice, the PRAA establishes procedures and funding for technology that helps individuals within that particular tax bracket keep their name, face, and address off the main net. Why does the government fund this when they are the richest people in the fucking world? Anyway,
That's exactly why. What do you mean?
like they should fund it themselves anyway, ensuring that they and their families are not prejudiced against just because of their financial status.
Oh my god!
Economic uncertainty and civil unrest in the late 2050s led to a series of highly publicized crimes wherein corporate executives at a number of high-profile companies were stalked, harassed, and assaulted in net organized flash lynchings. After a particularly chaotic attack that resulted in the hospitalization of a 14-year-old, the PRAA was proposed, debated, and signed into law in just under 11 hours. A flash lynching case has not gone to trial since 2062, but the PRAA continues to protect citizens to this day. Some economists have pointed to the PRAA and its promise of anonymity as to why the nation has enjoyed a relative resurgence in corporate immigration over the last few decades, but the purposefully obscured nature of the law's implementation have made the task of weighing its true economic impact effectively impossible. Wow, so they don't have any fucking accountability anymore.
Nope.
They saw certain events with Mario's brother and said, nope.
It's good. It's good.
The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind for any citizen who might be targeted due to their financial status.
Oh, we gotta make sure we're protecting that 1%. Spoken like a true believer. Except Mob Act is what normal people call it. Touting the party line, but allowing yourself one instance of rebellion? Or just a slip of the tongue? I would never fault anyone for wanting their privacy, especially not job creators.
Job creators is such a suck-up way to refer to them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it must be pretty inconvenient not having a name to call them.
Not really. Conversations with them are always one-sided.
Sounds like a great environment to do business in.
Look at the building you're standing in. We managed to eke out a meager profit somehow. So if it works,
Didn't take you for the might makes right type.
and I didn't take you for a clueless bore incapable of reading the room.
Sorry, did I say something off color? I was only being casual since it's just the two of us in here. Maybe we should take advantage of this rare bit of privacy. Clear the air.
You're here to ask about Sarah? Yes?
Hmm.
As I said before, I had no idea that Dr. Asher had been building an android on his private property. And I can say here and now that no one at Noble Electronics ever suspected that he was working to undermine the Tenet framework.
She's trying to sound candid in her tone, but she's choosing her words with a sword and scalpel. Was she coached?
No, Sarah is currently at the police station, basically in jail while they get this sorted out, with
She's being detained.
a collar that prevents It's made to prevent nerve impulses from being sent from a person's brain to their modded parts, but it was put on her as a warm android, so she can't really like move or do anything. She's just kind of sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah, she's still there. She's in jail.
She's eating. Is that the truth, or is that your statement as VP of Android Features?
It's both, of course.
Mm.
Dr. Asher was always more than happy to haul himself up and work independently. We both know that.
True. It could be pretty reclusive. I'm sure it's caused all kinds of headaches, him disappearing on you all like that. Must have been especially difficult when he came back with breakthroughs that propelled Noble to the top of the industry.
You should take a seat.
Is it?
If that's everyone, shall we begin?
Hello. Friendly bunch. Is there a problem with the sound? Anyone get muted by accident?
No.
Okay. Thanks for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm actually a bit flustered having you all show up here. I didn't expect to talk to anyone higher up than a service associate.
You are investigating the death of Dr. David Asher. Why wouldn't we take that seriously?
Because you want me to go away. At least half of you do. The others aren't sure yet.
You must be confused. The board is, as always, united in its decisions and its visions for the direction of this company.
Sure.
All the board members are currently in a Slack channel disagreeing with each other. They have their own Slack channel where they are typing
They dragged
away.
Morgan into the mod VC to be like, hey, help us out here.
They're all in the mod VC, muted, and typing away in their own private Slack channel. They are not united. They argue and then figure out what they're going to say.
That's so funny.
Slack is just business Discord. That's it. That's all it is.
Helen's phone is fucking blowing up in her pocket and she's like, fuck, fuck, fuck!
I don't know if she's in that chat. Is she a board member? She's not.
No.
She's the VP.
She is?
she
Okay.
not?
I thought that she wasn't at the same level as these other guys behind her. She
No,
was like
she's-
right below
she's
them. She
not
reported
a
to the
member
board.
of the board.
Yeah, she's not
Oh,
a
okay.
member of the board, so she's
Oh,
not
that's
privy
what-
to that. She.
I thought she was because she's the VP. My bad.
Nope, nope. No, there's higher up than. There, in companies, there can be a lot of VPs of different divisions. These are the board of, like, the whole company. She could just be the VP of a specific division, which might not even be that lofty a title.
An organization I'm in tried Slack, but tried to use Slack, but switched to Discord the next year. That's
My
really
mom says
funny.
that Slack is shittier Discord, and that some
It is.
companies genuinely just use Discord instead.
Just use Discord. It's fine. The board of directors is just 13 ruling psychopaths who get together and vote on whether or not to execute their CEO every 6 months. None of them would be where they are if they were anything else. But I happen to know how that kind of person thinks.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it, there are two possible outcomes. Option 1, you oppose me. Shut me out completely, stonewall me, stall me, and wait for me to walk into trial so unprepared and ill-informed that I inevitably lose. Obviously, I don't like this option. But you can't be big fans of it either. If I lose, the world will learn that David Asher was killed by an android he programmed. Then every customer you've ever had and every lawyer you've ever seen on TV, and every firebrand strapping young 60-year-old junior senator looking to make a name for themselves. 60
That's so funny.
How long is the average lifespan in 2086? Will use your company balance sheet as their personal chew toy.
It's a joke about how people in Congress and the Senate are really fucking
Ah.
old. Like, a lot of them are like 70s or 80s. Probably have at least one in there who's over 90.
Motherfucker over
It's-
Donald Trump and Joe Biden like 86 each.
Yeah, I think Donald Trump is the oldest person to be elected president right now, or at least one
Correct.
of them. He's
Ugh.
At least up there. So, young, strapping 60-year-old is making a joke about how they're old fart.
Thank you.
The company is more than capable of.
After which the state still might just gobble you whole. And throw down enough sanctions to de-person whoever among you cries no fair.
The company and its allies at the capital can more than fend for themselves.
Yes, probably, but not definitely. Which makes it a gamble. Still my turn to talk? Then on to option 2. You cooperate with me. I use what you give me, or forge for me, to win at trial, proving that David wasn't killed by an android. When the markets open tomorrow morning, you'll all get another round of stock buybacks on the initial dip. Then pat yourselves on the back for staying calm as you continue to profit off David's legacy for the next 100 years. And you won't even have to worry about him speaking out of turn.
That's only if you win.
Due to the colors used here and the way the sprite changed, I thought that this right here was her iris and she was just chameleoning for a second there. I thought she was just looking in 2 directions at once. And I realized it's just her eyeshadow because it's almost the same color as her eye. And I was like, what the fuck?
What did you say, Lila?
I said, Morgan, I'm a lizard. If the company cooperates with you, denies that David was killed by, and the state beats you anyway, it will be catastrophic.
Yeah. It's a gamble. But if at least some of your board wasn't considering taking it, I wouldn't be here. We're all busy people, and I'd hate to drive a wedge between us, such a close-knit group of friends, so how about this? Option 3. Hedge your bets.
What?
Put a little on black, put a little on red, spread the love, and lower your risk profile. Don't make any statements about the trial. Tell the media that the state's got your windpipe in a vice. Wait until just before the markets open on Monday morning to send out your PR packages for rubber stamping. After you already know who's won. One way or another, this trial will be over before the end of the day, and you'll never hear from me again. So just don't shut me out completely for another few hours.
And does anyone second that motion? Very well. We can answer some of your questions, Counselor.
Better make them count then. No reason to be shy now. The poison that killed Dr. David Asher has been identified as serotonin. You're familiar?
It's one of our many patented materials, as I recall.
Bitch, you made it! You recalled it pretty easily yesterday. Gee, what's changed?
But intellectual property law can be very complex, Counselor. I'm not sure how much I or anyone at the company could tell you about serotonin at this time.
Well, if you can't tell me about it, who could? You did lead its development, didn't you?
Yes, I oversaw the project, which just makes it that much harder to speak freely without compromising the confidentiality of the teams that reported to me.
I understand. That sounds like bullshit, and I don't believe it. But I'm not asking for trade secrets here. It's a perfect match for the only foreign substance found in his blood. Serotonin is what killed him. The state will say the same.
That's not possible.
Care to elaborate?
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more at this time.
So much for cooperating. And if I were to ask you as an officer of the court?
Then I would ask you to be patient and wait until this afternoon. ADA Rockford has already called me to testify.
Ready? the line that sounds like bullshit and I don't believe it reminded me of my favorite line in Dimension 20 history, which is, I think you already know my name and I think you're lying.
I do find it weird that she's saying you'll find out at the trial because that's not how discovery works. Everyone's supposed to know everything going in, generally speaking. Yeah.
Not testimony.
Ah, fair.
Damn it, I got cocky because of the cops' late arrival. Emma must have gone straight for the throat first thing this morning and left the investigating for later. Hell, knowing her, she probably managed to ID the serotonin before she went to bed last night. So, are we still having this conversation then?
As I said, I'm sorry. But I have to take more than just my personal feelings into consideration here. There's a great deal at stake.
Corporate speak for you're too stupid to understand why I'm being dense. Just trying to shield the company, plain and simple. LARPing as Helen Young Dark on a crusade against government overreach. But if she's that busy defending Noble, she might be leaving herself unguarded. Why is she here anyway? Why am I speaking to her and not her lawyers? That's right. This is a vulnerable position for her. She wouldn't put herself in check like this. Not unless she was forced to. So that's it. Acting as their mouthpiece isn't some honor for her.
Why is that number there?
It's blackjack time.
Yeah, no, I got that. I was doing a joke.
Don't worry about it. This is a punishment. She's being used as a meat shield. They're upset with her. Perhaps even suspicious of her. Time to find out why. Okay. I am not very good at this minigame, so I don't think I'm going to be helpful.
Initial questions normally can't ever throw you above 21.
I have to admit it, I'm surprised you aren't more shaken up today, Miss Young.
I'm processing.
After all, you and David did have a history. You started at the same time, didn't you?
Yes, we were colleagues and cordial with one another.
You good, Catherine?
I'm fucking muted again. God damn it. It's pronounced cordial, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's... Don't be so modest. You helped him create the one-point doctrine that saved the company.
That is a gross exaggeration. Noble is far too large for an organization to be affected by the contributions of any single individual.
Tell that to David Asher. Suppose you're right. No one person could change Noble's fortune overnight. Except for David Asher, of course, with the sole exception of Satoru Gojo, of course. But he was a once-in-a-generation talent. The guy Noble chose for the advertisements and the one they commissioned editorials about. Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have equated the two of you. I just hope his one-point doctrine doesn't fall out of favor now that he's gone.
Yes, well, you certainly wouldn't want that.
Well, she didn't exactly explode with rage, but she definitely reacted. There's real jealousy there. Whether it ever boiled over, though... Oh, you can ask more about David and Noble.
I don't think you
Or
can. I
is
think
that
that
just
just
the
means that I
signifier?
already did it.
Maybe? I don't know. Whatever else the court ends up labeling her, Sarah is a remarkably lifelike android. Had things worked out differently, you might have wanted her as the A16 poster girl. Or A17. Or 18. Could have driven a lot of sales. Her cute little pout projected across the sides of skyscrapers, that's true.
A hypothetical of a hypothetical. As has been made tragically obvious to all of us, that android is nothing like the A16. That it may yet be associated with our products going forward is nothing more than a massive liability.
Yeah, you wouldn't have the A16 without her, and if they could take her apart and learn from her, they could have the world. So is the motive to try and pry Sarah away from him? No, that's a stay.
Yeah, they
I
didn't
don't.
even know about her, I'm pretty sure.
They didn't even know Sarah existed. Has
Oh, if I
David's will
stay, it
been...
doesn't do anything. Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, because it's blackjack.
Durr.
Has David's will been located?
It had never gone anywhere. It's still in the safety deposit box. We'll retrieve it and have it read once all the unknowns surrounding his death have been made into knowns.
So David's will hasn't even become part of the equation yet. Might not be for weeks. At this rate, is that just calculated? Is that calculated though?
Tracking your feet.
Aren't you tracking your fate? Afraid that there's something in the will you'd rather not have see the light of day?
We're not jealous in-laws who've been bribing the county sheriff, Councillor.
Damn it.
Anything we'd try to claim would inevitably be overturned as soon as the will is read. Surely you understand that, Councillor.
And the dog's asking to be let out, and he can't go on his own.
I see. Big stretch.
Go now, Councillor. Let the dogs out.
Actually, I'm more of a cat person. Catters pop out of her hair.
Okay, old man outside. Okay, well, I guess I'm
guess-
supposed to press on Sarah.
Maybe.
Or maybe there are additional things you can ask about the
I
other
don't
one.
think so.
Sarah's worth a lot of money, in part because her creator isn't around to replicate her. Well, no, they don't want anything to do with Sarah, right?
Yeah, they don't.
Were you all hoping to take her by force and reverse engineer her once David was out of the way? Well, no.
Don't be
because-
absurd. That machine is nothing but lawsuits and congressional hearings and PR nightmares waiting to happen.
Bust.
Jeez.
Companies need her no matter how advanced she is.
Yo, nice.
Steady growth and increased market share.
We have 69 credit, baby.
So that does mean it's not really that clear, because I thought that happened just any time I...
I mean,
Yeah, no, that's-
it said plus, but yeah.
No, this is probably my least favorite of the mini games. I don't think it's a lot of the
This-
mechanics are
this is
communicated very clearly.
For people who've played Ace Attorney Investigations 2, this is a little bit logic chessy. But not that much. A little, though.
In what way?
It's just kind of going down hallways and hoping that you're right. I think, in my opinion, I don't know. My brain.
No, they're usually pretty easy.
Alright, fair enough. Knows. Alright. I didn't mean to pry about your relationship with David, or lack thereof. I suppose I'm just curious about his standing inside Noble as a whole.
David Asher was, and always will be, an outstanding contributor to the company's forward progress. Nothing will ever change that.
Not even if he was killed by one of his own creations.
That would, of course, be a tragic element that would call for reconsideration of his legacy.
She was almost off guard there. But she was surprised for me to be asking about Sarah ruining his reputation. Get him. Did David ever anger the board?
Gotta be a press here.
Besides Sarah, David's reputation was crystal clean. He never went against the company once. Did he?
That's...
Unless I'm mistaken and he and Noble were on bad terms. In that case, I might get the impression that some parts of leadership were actually glad to see him taken off the chessboard.
that is not...
Something buzzing in your ear.
Fine, I suppose it makes no difference if you hear it now or at the trial, or on your feed tomorrow. Dr. David Asher was being sued by the company for breach of contract.
Blackjack, motherfucker!
Satisfied?
Now we're talking. Well then, I suppose that's... E. Proceed. So, you couldn't have mentioned this breach of contract earlier?
Not without complicating the company's position unnecessarily. No. But there's no hiding it at this point. It'll all come out sooner enough.
There's a paper trail?
Much more than that. We've been making moves to let him go for some time.
Damn! Noble Electronics parting ways with David Asher. Noble. Capra, did you mute yourself accidentally again?
Oh no.
That might be a yes. Must have been one hell of a breach of contract. What did he do?
He betrayed the confidence of the board.
Was he contesting the suit? Putting up a fight? Engaging in a legal battle against a mega corporation? Nope. Engaging in a legal battle against a mega corporation without even telling me?
Until recently, yes.
You mean until he died? How recently?
We spoke on Friday.
That was what you two talked about in his parlor?
No. This was earlier in the day. We were in this room, actually. Him, me, and several members of our legal department. It was an arbitration.
And did you come to an agreement?
A compromise. He would resign from his position in 2 quarters, foregoing royalties on any products we developed after the next 24 months. In exchange, he wouldn't be publicly fired, he would still be credited in all past, present, and future filings.
How very reasonable. On paper, maybe. No matter what the deal was, letting go of David Asher is insanity.
Reasonable, yes. We ended on a good note, I'd like to think. We shook hands, even took a photo.
Yeah, that looks lovely. Something funny. Didn't know the board told jokes.
They don't. That was legal, expressing their displeasure with how much paperwork my good note ending left them stuck with. Children. It was just one night of overtime.
So while they were spending their Friday night blowing the ink dry, he paid a visit to David's penthouse. Something left unfinished?
Professionally, it was a good meeting. There was no yelling, no finger pointing. Much cleaner than expected. But Dr. Asher did not want to retire.
No?
He didn't want to be forced out of the company when he was the one who... when he contributed so much. I didn't enjoy doing that to him, so I came over that night to apologize to him. We talked, reminisced. When he brought out the drinks, I thought we'd be toasting to a new day. A few minutes later, he was dead. Because of that AI.
That AI. Any idea how it came to be?
As I said, I had no idea he was working on it.
My question was more broad than that. If you really believe David built an AI, how do you think he did it? How does Noble Electronics think he managed to work around the tenants?
It's quite beyond my area of expertise. And no one at the company could call themselves an expert in illegal technology. But some in the R&D department have theorized that he created what they call a wax-wane decaying priority loop.
The fuck is that?
Which, as I understand it, is an unstable, resource-intensive theoretical method for pseudo-randomizing the weight amongst preset tenants.
Oh, that's what the fuck that is. Well, about as far off target as it gets with that guess.
But that kind of inelegant brute force nonsense seems a far cry from the kind of thing David would create. And I seem to have taken us over our allotted time slot.
Null in chat. Well, he certainly didn't build an AI.
Yeah. There were
We
a
have
few
good
of
news.
them.
But I didn't even get to wave goodbye.
You're serious about this trial?
Don't I look it?
You're not just making a play, you're actually going to defend that thing.
I'm just defending myself, Miss Young.
Oh, yes, of course you are. My mistake.
I hoped you might be rooting for me to tell you the truth. I may yet save everyone's stock options.
The stock options will be alright either way. They always are.
That gamble I just offered your board. Which outcome would you bet on?
Finally, an easy question. What I would bet is that whatever the outcome, the company will eat it up and shit it out with very little difficulty.
Jesus.
You painted an ugly picture back there, but I've already seen the future.
I can see it.
And it's just another marketing gimmick. The great Dr. Asher, too smart, too bold, too far ahead of his time. What spark of genius remains buried in the inspired Animate 19?
I guess that depends on...
You are exactly right. He is more valuable to Noble as a dead man.
Jesus!
Dead men can't step out of line, or put their foot in their mouth, or hold politically inconvenient opinions. To a good salesperson, a dead man is just another selling point. Pardon my outburst. I'm just tired. It's been a very long week for me.
I'll let you prepare for your afternoon then, Dr. Young.
No one calls me a doctor. I asked them not to.
You didn't want the title?
At times they've thought very little of it, the PhD I earned from a Noble-owned school.
Biochemistry. Couldn't have been a large department at Noble before they started work on warm androids in earnest. They probably didn't have many expectations for the program back when she was part of it.
But I was proud of it when I first got it.
Something changed.
It never seemed to catch on. People didn't use it, so eventually I told people not to use it. A very high IQ social power play, you understand.
David never insisted that people use it either.
That's very different, and I think you know it. David Asher didn't have to. Sexism, my dear.
Sexism, my dear.
Could be sexism. Could just be that he's some super mega fancy genius and she's just regular smart.
I think it's both.
He is a
could be-
doctor, for the record.
Yeah.
I mean, they both have a PhD.
They do?
It could be both.
She did put earned in air quotes in all fairness. I'm going into this trial, my trial, with a lot less ammunition than I'd like. I'm beginning to form a picture of what actually happened. Maybe even circling the drain on a suspect. But Emma won't be generous enough to give me breathing room.
Oops.
She'll want to end this fast. Maybe if I do badly enough, I'll flip her sadistic switch and she'll want to keep lying.
Oh my gosh, what was her voice?
She's the old lady.
Yeah, I think.
Some
A
people
bitchy
called
Gen
her a
old lady
gilf, I
that I'm
think.
playing.
Yeah, a bitchy old lady. Isn't she like
So you
Gen
got
Z?
No, she's Gen Alpha.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
Alpha.
Alpha. Damn.
Worse.
So you got charged with owning an AI.
Okay, I will say, very extremely bratty. She's a little
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get back into it.
Bratty old
First time you
lady.
do something exciting in your whole life. And I gotta find out through the fucking grapevine.
My life is plenty exciting.
Freckles. You could ball the polish off a resume checking robot. I fucked Catholic school teachers with more active nightlives than you.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
That's
Okay.
delightful.
So who'd you rope in? Anyone I know? Oh shit. Are you representing yourself?
Once she gets dementia, she'll say shit like skibbity laboo. Stop.
Skibbity fidget tubby.
Fits within my budget.
I have officially switched back to my computer now that I'm feeling more awake.
Hello, Herbs. Would you like the collab invite link?
I did invite you, but I'll send it again.
Maybe it expired. I
I
don't know.
already
Take
got
it or don't. Okay, cool.
Now she's got it.
Screw your budget, you're going to jail.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
It ain't a matter of how good a lawyer you are. Anyone who represents themselves in court has a fool for a counsel.
It's true.
You've represented yourself countless times.
Not for anything I had a chance of losing. Your pal hasn't even been dead 48 hours. You're too close to this. You'll make mistakes.
Powers that be really didn't want to give me a rain check. They're taking this very seriously.
It's more dangerous than that. They're scared.
Calypso, did you close the stream together thing?
No, I don't think so.
The stream together.
Oh,
I sent it to you.
crap. No, I think. Did you close the
I
window?
joined- I did not close the window.
No, I'm talking to Capri.
I might have.
Yeah, because
I hate this fuck
closed
ass
it.
thing.
You do
Here we
have to
go
have
again.
it open.
Yeah.
Join the call. Yeah, whatever.
Wahoo join.
Send invites. I hate this. I don't want a separate window. I want to be in Discord, not shit ass Twitch chat.
Sorry, dear.
Anyway.
Is there precedent in ad committing murder?
Was you first law school without learning how to look this stuff up?
Know what the net says? I'm asking you.
The answer to that is... not helpful to you at the moment.
So what words of advice do you have?
Get yourself a new lawyer.
I close this chat now.
Don't lose, Freckles.
You don't need to tell me that. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
What are you reading, Adane?
Just in time.
I was reading David's employment contract with Noble Electronics before I got waylaid by spam texts.
The one we found inside the panic room? It looks quite extensive. Should I skim it for you?
You can't. Depends. Did you pass the bar exam since we last spoke?
Oopsie.
You comfortable?
I am not.
Ever seen that old movie with the gorilla and the skyscraper? They bring it to the city, and
I understand the analogy, Adane.
I wish I could call it overkill. But considering the specs Sarah put up yesterday, maybe those bindings aren't heavy enough. Come to think of it, those numbers must have been faked along with the rest of what the machine read. If that was all a smokescreen David added to help her lay low, then her actual strength is more like... If your joints weren't currently locked up tighter than a vice, do you think you could escape this place?
I hope that question is not indicative of your strategy.
This is me trying to distract you, Sarah. Enjoy the hypothetical.
I would estimate the building's automated security would put 9 holes in me before I reached that door.
9's not so bad.
I would not be able to function after the 7th.
Ooh. Well, if you haven't been planning some great escape...
I would not do that. That would be illegal.
Yep.
And you would still be on trial.
Sorry, I thought that was my line. I remember. So what have you been doing all day, then?
I am attempting to recover memories from Friday.
You can do that?
It is not dissimilar from the process of recovering data erased from any other computer. Despite the difference in scale, I won't be able to remember anything, but if successful, I could recall individual pieces of information that could prove useful.
That's a lot of coulds. And even if you're successful, you may not like what you find. Whatever happened that day, either you or David wanted you to forget it.
Yes. But even so, I have to remember. Because it's the last day that Father and I.
Any luck so far, then?
I can recall a slightly musty scent.
Wow, case closed.
Mm. What about you, Adonai?
Sarah's
Have
little
you
pout.
formulated a plan for the trial's proceedings?
Something like that. Young insists that serotonin isn't what killed David. I don't buy it. There's no other explanation for how he died.
So she is lying?
And if she repeats that lie on the stand, I'll need to expose it.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Would she really commit perjury to protect Noble? To protect one of Noble's patents?
Yes, because they could end her.
Could. Will. She doesn't strike me as quite the corporate zealot. She doesn't strike me as quite the corporate zealot she makes herself out to be.
But you believe that she had something to do with Father's death?
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know why anyone would kill Father.
Look. Considering the possible consequences of what he confessed to in his journal, I can think of...
But then again, I don't understand why anyone would kill anyone. Do you?
Wrong person to ask, Spearmint.
Bell's tolling for thee. Means that the doors to the courtroom are unlocked. Let's... Wait, can you walk like that? Waddle it. Waddle will have to do. Wait a second. Across the hall, that's... Hey, man. What the fuck?
Why are you shirtless?
You cannot dress
Always.
like that in court, bestie. Like, I know you're slaying. You look great.
Can we hide UI?
He's not shirtless. Can we hide you on?
No, he's wearing a vest. That is shirtless, okay?
His nipples are
He's-
covered. It's fine. You
He's
can't dress
wearing-
like that in court, bestie.
He's wearing a vest and he's got a mesh top on. Also, you can see is clavicle the thing that's like near down here? Is that what that
Pussy
This
bones.
is this is clavicle is the collarbone. That's up here,
thank you.
dear.
Thank you.
This is
What-
the
what-
pelvis. I think this is the iliac
pussy bone.
crest. Let me Google it.
Every fucking time I just think of
Hey, I'm not on track.
Yeah, that's the iliac crest going into the iliac spine.
Thanks, Gabri.
You're welcome. Or as Joy said, vagina bones.
in no mic, no mic.
And no,
What did you
Pull
what
this,
the fuck did you
pull this image up on stream.
I think I've seen this one.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me put that.
Mhm.
This is great. This is great.
I'll put it up.
At
Give me
Sensor Gaming
just a
_
second.
hashtag Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Not only did they remove her cleavage, but they also removed her vagina bones.
Fucking incredible, dude.
I also saw a similar image about, like, I think it was Breath of the Wild Link, where they asked why they gave
Yes.
Link vagina bones.
Yes, I do have that one. I do have that one on hand as well.
You just have that shit on hand, on deck?
On deck.
Why?
There you go.
Yeah.
Is there no reason why I like it?
A vagina bones.
Eat a cookie while we have more
I'm
money.
losing my mind. Is there any reason on why Nintendo gave Link a vagina bones?
Bones.
Like, fellas, is it feminine to have a
Have
pelvis?
vagina bones.
Is
Fellas,
it
is it
feminine to
gay?
have a pelvis?
Fellas, is it gay to have vagina bones?
I don't even know why they're. Well, actually, if it's somebody calling it a vagina bones, it's probably a man probably straight if they're complaining about it. I'm like, I think that's great and
To be
hot.
fair,
Why are they?
I think that is there any reason why Nintendo gave Link a vagina bones is a joke image. I'm gonna be real.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
I
It
think
was
it is a joke image
bones.
referencing the original Tokyo Mirage System screenshot.
Yeah.
It was bones.
Not
But like,
only
who
did
would
they remove
complain
their
about
cleavage,
this?
but they
It's
removed
hot.
their vagina bones.
They
Woke
moved her
has gone
vagina
too far.
bones.
I own Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I should play that shit at some point.
Indeed, Mel.
For the vagina bones.
Don't everyone got a pelvis? Yeah, man, you got it.
Shoutouts to my vagina
Yeah,
bones.
generally. I don't
Shout
know.
out.
I don't think you could be an amputee that somehow doesn't have a pelvis, because, like, you got organs sitting in there. At that point, you got a lot of problems.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Such
not
as
sure
dying.
you can reasonably live without having a pelvis.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say all humans have a pelvis, most likely. The P
Anyways,
in
I'm happy I
pelvis
get to play Sarah
stands for
again.
peg, and then
Yeah.
you peg Elvis. That's why it's called a vagina bone. What the fuck are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
Whoa,
We
mama,
need
that's a
to.
vagina bone.
We need
Moving
to move
on.
on.
Hi,
Keep wobbling,
Dell.
Sarah.
Yeah, we're still
I'll
going.
catch up.
As you say, Adonai.
Can you make like little Sarah effort noises? This will be a coin toss. Thank you. Thank you,
Was
Joy.
Porter me?
Let,
Or was that Lila?
I,
That's
I-
Lila again.
let's see how well I can do this voice because I'm recovering from a cold, so I think I'll have.
You want someone else to pick him? You've been talking a
I'm
lot.
gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I
Okay.
really like Porter.
Okay.
Just slowly turning the gain down while I keep making the effort noises.
You're that surprised to see me?
I'm not surprised you want to see an outcome of this trial. I am surprised you'd want to talk to me.
You're defending the android, right?
I'm assuming be clever is I'm defending myself, and be honest is, yeah, I kind of am.
Let's be clever.
I feel like
be
the
honest-
last
let's be
time
honest
we
with you.
weren't straight with him, it bit us in the ass. With him,
That's true.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah. I'm defending Sarah's innocence. I don't think she killed David. Do you?
I don't think it matters. Noble's what killed David.
Yeah, man.
Whether it was a pen stroke or a sleeper agent killer android, or a plain old goddamn arsenic, they. How could anyone that smart be that dumb?
Autism,
Easily.
baby!
What the hell did he ever sign his soul over to them?
Did it way before you were in his life. Shortcake.
Mhm.
Why am I calling
It's
you
been
Shortcake?
years.
That's what I call Joy. David may have been in over his head, but he wasn't a bad negotiator. I've read his contract. His position was strong.
You're the lawyer. But a guy like me working in music, can't tell you how many people I've seen screwed over by a big smile and a fat sign-in bonus. No such thing as corporate generosity. If you think you're getting a good deal, it's only because you don't know how much you just sold.
How much you just sold. David's real wealth lay in his intellectual property, potential energy of it hanging over the whole industry. If he sued even 1% of the companies taking inspiration from his Turing solution, there's a clause in his contract. If Noble ever did fire David, he would have retained control over all his patents afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Only they never did fire him, did they? He just happened to die.
An unforeseeable act of God. In contract law, they call that force majeure. See, now, do we want to stop partway into the trial or stop here?
Now is probably a good starting point, Jesus, ending point. I want to see what happens next so bad, but I think we should
also
call it here.
I defer to ask to the person who has played this on a stream before.
True. Joy, what's your opinion? Offer us your counsel.
Joy Curbs of the Pool, what is your knowledge?
What's your wisdom?
how long do you want to keep going?
Um, I could go for like another 30 minutes to an hour even.
Okay,
but
yeah,
I
we're
ha-
ending stream here. Okay, we're not. I was like, if we're willing to commit to like 3 hours, we can get it done. But no.
3
more?
additional hours?
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, Kitsu, sorry, Joy, we're not talking about getting the whole thing done. Which is there another stopping point?
Soon, no.
Fuck.
Yeah, we should probably just call it here, which is unfortunate. 'Cause,
No!
God, this is
Here's the
good
thing,
shit.
I think. Sorry, I actually think that for what's it called, we could basically do a testimony. Because we're gonna be doing. There's a number of testimonies left before the end. And I think one of them could be done in between half an hour to an hour.
Yeah, if it's broken up into
Yeah,
witness
But the
testimonies,
thing
we could
is,
do
a
one
lot of the
witness, I
testimonies
guess.
kind of stack on top of each other.
Yeah,
And, build up
and
to-
I don't
Yeah,
want to.
this
I don't want to
game's
forget
close.
everything we did. Next
This game has really good
week.
flow, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we gotta call it here.
This game's well written.
Like there
It's
isn't
good
really a
shit.
stopping point in this trial until the reveal, where it kind of like the pace. Yeah.
Sorry,
And-
we called you onto an episode where you basically only got a paragraph of dialogue.
No, it's fun.
She got to hang out with us, cool people.
I did.
Yeah.
I did say I'm happy just doing it like 3 lines and then that's it.
Yay.
Yeah.
I said
it's-
I did mention like I was like I'm basically gonna be here at like the end of stream. I did think we had
Initially-
the interrogation room at the start, but
Yeah,
I was wrong.
yeah,
So I thought I was gonna
remember you
bookend the stream with like I'm gonna have a few lines at the start and then a few lines at the end and then nothing in between.
Yeah. But no, we already did your starting stuff, which is why I was
I
like,
got-
we're mostly fine starting without you, I think, but like also
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the only.
I did get to voice Fran at least.
Yeah,
In
true.
terms of Capri, in terms of people who are live on my end,
I see Whoops is live.
Yeah, I see Whoops and I see Jackal.
I already
Let's go
got
raid
Whoops up here, so we're gonna go
Yeah,
say
let's do Whoops.
hi to Whoops. She's playing Enter the Gungeon.
Big stretch.
Big
Everybody goes
stretch.
Everybody go say hi to Whoop. Who did Whoops voice in your episode 1 playthrough?
Reyes.
Makes
Also
sense.
did Jung.
Did
All
Young.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, time for us to raid. So thank you everybody for joining us, and have a good night.
Have a good night. We'll see you
Yeah.
next week.
Bye.
Hopefully
Stay
finishing the game.
cozy.
Goodbye.